Hey, I'm back here at Ohio Stadium. I said I would do another update. Caught a good amount of grief, not only from a lot of our posters, but even one of the assistant coaches about the amount of blue I'm wearing. As I said, the Dodgers are still in the World Series. This is my Dodgers mask. Damn glasses are fogging up, so I'm going to take those off. I will try to go out and get a more neutral colored mask for future updates, but this is what I got right now, so we'll just have to kind of deal with it. And the blue shirt, tough. I just like it. Some of the parents are starting to fill in their seats. We were kind of commenting. I was talking with another reporter about their little groups of like four chairbacks in distance areas or whatnot. So apparently, I think it's just probably there to make sure everybody is spaced out the way that they need to be. The sun really broke out here for a little bit. It was getting kind of hot at the seats. The sun is now back behind the cloud cover. Looking, the American flag that is up, not a lot of wind in terms of at the stadium. The flags on the uprights are pretty still as well. You get up toward the banners on the top of the stadium. There's some pretty decent wind going from north to south, but nothing significant. There won't be any weather impediments in terms of how this game is going to be played. Players came out for early warm-ups. Haskell Garrett was out there going through drills. It was good to see that after such a scary incident that he'd gone through earlier. I didn't get an opportunity to see if Teron Vincent was going through it as well, but neither of those players were on the out or game time decision list. So I'm expecting them to be dressed whether or not they play. That remains to be seen. Right now, I can see that the team is getting ready to come out again. I'm going to turn the camera, try and help you guys out with that. Here they come. They will huddle again there, and then they will be released and they will run out to their drills. It's crazy that we're just back here to this point of the season. I'm very excited. I know you guys are too. Can't get enough of this. So there they go. There's the Fox Sports set where Urban Meyer and the rest of the crew is. I'm going to set this back down. Let me reset my shot. Ugh. Extreme close-up. Not good. Nobody wants that of me. NCIS Fanatic 21, what's it like in there? As in the press box, we're all spaced out pretty well, at least 6 feet. They have some filter things going on right now. I know a lot of the considerations that were in place for how many media they were going to bring in was based on airflow and things of that nature. Being a state university, I guarantee you that they were going through every step of the minutia just based on what they could do and what they couldn't. My understanding is I think they can get like 40 up here, but that also includes like athletic staff in terms of like SIDs. Nebraska has 1 or 2 with them as well. I think Nebraska brought 8 press members. I'm flying solo here this week. Griffin Strom will be doing Indiana and Rutgers at this point, and then I will be back for that team up north game. Trying to just figure out any other news that's kind of happening. We've not really received any reports of any nature or whatnot leading into the game. Again, if we're not getting a depth chart for the game, there's just not going to be a lot here in terms of the pregame. I'm kind of looking to see who's going through some of the drills right now. Nebraska's out on the north end. They're going through drill work as well. Let me see if I can get that turned up for you guys. I don't want to get in trouble for showing too much of this. I mean, I'm allowed to go until the game starts, and then I have to put the camera away for a while. You can see the quarterbacks going through some drill work right now. I mean, these are all things that I normally would be down on the field for at this point, and down there stalking the recruits that would be in town. Those of you who are members of Buckeye Grove know that the Buckeye Bash is going on in terms of the recruits putting together their own event, and Joseph Hastings has been on top of all of that for us. And Andy Anders as well. Can't forget Andy, my son, my unofficial son. they will have plenty of coverage coming up throughout the weekend on how things go there. The big names in terms of non-committed guys, Tristan Lee, Derek Davis. We'll try and get what we can in terms of information coming out of that with how their visits go. And I'll say the same thing that I've always said in terms of recruiting. If you come out and have a bad visit, then somebody really screwed something up. I mean, every visit should be good, but, is it going to be enough to tip the balance? That remains to be seen. But I guarantee you, if both of them are in fact here and do go through the visit, that's got to speak well. And I think that I would be more optimistic in terms of Tristan Lee than Derek Davis on that. Derek Davis has been to Columbus umpteen million times, according to Davis's father. They've been here quite a bit. He comes out, announces the date of November 7th. In a lot of ways, I still think Penn State is going to be difficult to beat there. But I think with Tristan Lee, I think that one is really going to be an interesting one to watch, because we were all ready to anoint him to be going to LSU, and then Oklahoma came up. And now if he comes out to this, and he's here with his younger brother, or will be here with his younger brother, Aiden, who's a 2023. I mean, the tide could be turning there once again, and that would speak very well for Ohio State's opportunities. So again, this is really just kind of a test for what our live capabilities are. This is something we're going to utilize a lot more in the coming weeks and months, and make that part of our normal rotation. See, we only have about 6 people watching on the line right now at this point, and that's fine. Post game is going to be where it's at. I'll bring in Griffin and Jacob and Marcus, and we'll have all of them, and we'll be able to kind of bounce back and forth from all of our thoughts, and we'll do this kind of in place of our usual BIA podcast. We'll, of course, talk about the game on Monday and wrap it up, but in terms of the podcast. But in terms of the immediacy of the post game, I mean, look for us to be coming back on the air probably about 90 minutes after the game, after we go through the Zoom conference calls and everything else, and have an opportunity to get our first pieces of content up. But I'm going to wrap it up for now from Ohio Stadium. I'm Kevin Noon for Buckeye Grove. I'll try and get a non-blue mask moving forward for next week at Penn State. And thanks for watching.